Well, it's Kano's birthday. You forgot to say his name.
Oh, and it's my baby's birthday, too. It's my baby's birthday. I share birthday. You sure do. Oh, nothing. Just getting ready for class. How old are you?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Play fake. Winston. And he completes it to Cohen. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's second down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry now for David Montgomery. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Winston. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Here's Winston. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal will feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal, Winston. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have the Browns first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Akeem Hicks in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Browns nothing. Jamie Gillen in punt formation.
So on fourth down, here's the Scottish Hammer, Jamie Gillen, to punt for the Browns. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
But both teams practice this situation. And this time, the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And this will be a Bears first down as he'll get this up to the 25.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. That is caught by Cohen. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jameis to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
He was brought down by
Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Check 31, check 31.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts,
a gain of 1.
as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. 3 down, 3 down. Alert, 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 alert. 31.
Chubb on the counter. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here comes Cohen. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Bears take over
at their own 31-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Chicago.
From the gun, Winston looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Chicago.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 4, check 4.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. He will push his way down to about the 14. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Got a man open. It's Wims. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing, Winston. The Browns D locked in on third down. Brings up fourth.
out of the end zone.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half.
27-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down.
58, right over there, yeah, yeah. Mike, 58. Regular. Hey, 58 is a Mike.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On 2nd and 2, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Well, it's tough time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go, G. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. King.
From the gun, Mayfield drops it off for Chubb. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Mike, check. 59. Here we go.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Call it a gain of 7. And it gets him a new set of downs. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Mayfield on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And 2.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Quite a sight here. Cody Parkey on for the field goal try against the Bears. And Parkey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you're that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down now. It's Cohen, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And the Bears first down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Winston. That's complete to Mooney. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
50 seconds, Mike. Touchdown, defense. Easy, easy. Vamos, 56.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Mayfield on play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Cleveland Browns.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 63 yards.
At the 4-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A gain of 27.
A very solid gain of 27.
Bears.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action now. Winston. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Mike, ready? Moving. Check. Mike, 42.
They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Montgomery. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of the time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Here's Mayfield. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Mayfield to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Winston. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Pass intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.